So why are Sino joint ventures such a topical subject? We have a number of data points which are interesting to look at. The first, in fact, is that this is not just a China issue, but this is a global phenomena. Our recent global CEO survey saw that 51%, over half of our global CEOs, are looking to do some form of joint venture or strategic alliance in the coming year. And that's the highest that we've seen since 2010. Also, if we look specifically at China, our CEOs based in China, over 60% of them are looking at doing some similar kind of structure. Another data point is from the Chinese authorities themselves, looking specifically at foreign direct investment. And here we see a high of 20% of investment is going to be through some form of joint venture or alliance. So what is driving this interest by foreign CEOs in the Chinese market? The first important point is regulation, and this is always an issue with restricted industries in China. Although recently we have seen the latest 2015 catalogue by the Chinese government, which has reduced the number of restricted sectors to 35. So that's good news for anyone looking to invest in China. Particular regulatory changes have also driven new joint ventures. So for example, in the technology and media space, we have Microsoft and Sony who are launching their console games, which they were not able to do previously. Another driver is the emergence of a strong domestic market. So we all hear about the improved infrastructure in China being the world's fastest growing economy and no longer just a cost-driven and export market, but one with a huge domestic sector, which foreign investors are looking to take advantage of, particularly where their own economies may be suffering a bit in the doldrums. So here we're seeing particular interest from the likes of the pharmaceutical companies who are teaming up with domestic players. An example, perhaps Pfizer and Zhejiang Haisun Pharmaceutical Company, who are really expanding their generic products into international markets. This also leads to benefits for the Chinese partners, who in the past were teaming up with international businesses to try and gain that Western know-how and experience. But now what we're seeing is an interesting development specifically for joint ventures, where the likes of the auto companies, so for example Jaguar and Land Rover, teaming up with Chery Auto, and now they're doing research and development joint ventures and developing products which are just for the domestic China market. So this is another key development for the joint ventures. We have plenty of more content on our website, and I'd encourage you to check in and see what the latest updates are that we have.